Hey everyone, back here with the wonderfully talented SunFyre. She just came back from quite a trip, right? What was it, to Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle.
And what was going on there? Was it a Twitch type event or was it just a meetup of some sort?
So it was Jared Dines is the organizer of this event, and he just brought a bunch of musicians together to be in a mansion and make content. But I can't tell you more because it's going to be a TV show that he wanted to film. So if you know Jared Dines from back in the day with YouTube videos of him making top 10 drummer faces or guitar riffs or like epic guitar collabs and stuff that he would do. So he's pretty well known, and that was really cool. And I met a lot of awesome people that I normally watch on my Instagram, and then they were there in person.
No, that's great. That sounds sort of like that fish tank shit that went down, where they kind of it's a reality show, but it's done by just
Yeah,
YouTubers and stuff, and that's pretty cool.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm sure you made some friends, hopefully, and able to collaborate more.
Oh
Not
yeah,
that I don't think you need it. You kind of hold your own with your
yeah.
your tone gimmick.
It was so
Uh,
cool to meet them. Like we made videos together. There was different rooms with different drum sets and guitars. So we just did as much as we could, and I can't wait for you guys to see the show. Like it's gonna be so fun to see everybody's reaction. Everybody's gonna love it. It was awesome. So
and did you get a chance to like venture out and go around the city and just
yeah,
I mean, I know it was work per se, but did you get like sort of a vacation and relax, or was it all
yeah,
just
no, yeah, for sure.
business?
Yeah, there was times where we had time to relax. There was one day when we went to Seattle, and it was part of the show, but it was good. It was good to kind of look around and hang out for a little bit. Um, Again, I can't tell you everything
Yeah,
because it's
yeah,
gonna
no,
be
no
like
worries.
it's gonna come out hopefully by the end of August. That's what they said, but I don't know, man. They have a lot of footage, 3 cameras. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, we definitely got to see a little bit of Seattle and the weather. I thought it was gonna be like nice and fresh, but like no, it was really humid and hot. And I'm like, how is this possible? You're in the mountains, or sort of a
uh,
little bit, not in the actual like mountains, but you're near the Rockies.
yeah.
But
I figured it would be like, I guess, moist, but not
yeah,
humid. Humid. That's gotta be terrible for your hair.
yeah, yeah, man,
Trying to look camera ready and shit, and you gotta fix your hair up and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah, so I was thinking, and I don't know how much this is affecting you, but I know after we talked, there was a lot of controversy with Twitch and their new like rules or regulations or whatever you might call them. Has
yeah,
that like kind of messed with you, giving you any sort of issues? Because I know you've moved. I saw you migrate to Kick a little bit to where
yeah,
you do so many streams there now, and
yeah,
everyone there seems to be welcoming you just as much as Twitch. So I was
yeah.
just wondering how what your opinion might be on that and how that's going for you.
Yeah, so Kick has been really cool. Like a lot of the music Twitch streamers, they were just super like very nice and very like helpful on how to like get to stream there for the first time. Like I was talking to Office Drummer, shout out to Office Drummer because he was like super awesome. Everybody in this Twitch music Discord that was trying to transition to Kick was being
Hmm.
super helpful, and they were like, "Yeah, this is how you set up the bot. This is how you do this. This is how much you need to like get to like partner or whatever affiliate." So like the first day I streamed on Kick, I got to affiliate, which is like you have to have 50 followers or something like that, and then stream at least 5 hours. So that was pretty easy. Anybody can do that. So they make
Yeah.
it pretty easy for people. I mean, with the Twitch regulations that they have, it's really dumb stuff that they regulate. Like the latest thing was the sponsor logo size on your streams. Like, okay, that's kind of
Hmm.
dumb, but their 70/30 thing is kind of annoying, but whatever. It's like most of my community is on Twitch, which I still do Twitch streams, and
Hmm.
Kick has been a really cool experience too. The only thing that was like bugging me and people watching was the like literally bugs. There's a lot of bugs. The mobile app couldn't like people couldn't subscribe or like follow on mobile. Mobile would like just the chat would just delay a lot or it just be buggy. So I'm just waiting for it to kind of like get better. And the last couple streams I'm doing before I move on Monday are gonna be
Oh
Twitch.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so
you're physically moving to a new location, right?
yeah,
Like a new house. I remember you telling me you were like, "Oh, my acoustic kit." Like I think
yeah.
that's your that's your
It's
like
hectic. Like this room
main
hasn't been put in boxes yet. It will
jeez.
tomorrow or Saturday. Today's Thursday, so yeah.
And you're staying in the city, right? Or wherever you are, you're not moving like
Not too far.
across the state or anything, so that's
Yeah.
good, but it's still a pain in the butt. I remember moving from like one street to like so many blocks
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was a headache,
It's
just that.
annoying. You just gotta put things in boxes, take them out. It's gonna take a while to set up, but it's part of it. I told everybody that watches me, like, I'll be back at the end of August. Everything should be set up. Hopefully, everything should be set up by the end of August. The new studio, acoustic kit, so I'm like, I won't disappear. I'll still stream, but it's not gonna be drums. It's gonna be like ukulele, like hanging out, you know,
Yeah,
talking, showing you.
updates on your move and all that.
Yeah,
So that's great that you at least won't completely be gone, like
yeah,
and,
that would
and
suck.
I well, but no one would blame you because you're busy, like
Yeah,
literally moving. Like that's a big deal in any sense. You
I
know what
will
I
be
mean?
busy. Yeah, but I'll be around. I
No,
have
that's
some,
great.
like when you make drafts on Instagram and TikTok, like so you don't post them right away. You have drafts.
Yeah, and they're like scheduled tweets
Yeah,
or
not
something like
yeah.
that.
I can post them whenever I want. I just have them like queued up, so when I'm gone, I have content to post. It's kind of like when YouTubers, when they go on a trip, they have scheduled YouTube videos to, so it doesn't go quiet for a week.
Yeah, yeah, no, definitely, because that 1 week could make or break something. I don't think you though. Like I are pretty dedicated, whether that be a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's mostly a good thing, but they
Yeah.
are.
I'm constantly thinking of what to post next and all that. So that's kind of like part of it's wired in me already. Like I am very organized. Sometimes I have too much content. When I was at the mansion, I have my vlogging camera and I was filming and going, like my vlog, which is almost done editing. I cannot release it until the show comes out
Mhm.
because it'll be leaking information and stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah,
happened. But
definitely.
I was like, I have a lot of videos from that I can post here and there that are not gonna leak like show stuff. And they were like, "You have so much content." In 5 days, I was filming every day, and some people like they had to bring an idea to film at the mansion. They didn't film anything until Friday. We got there on Monday and we left on Saturday. So people were like, "Oh, I haven't filmed anything. I don't know what to do." Because I mean, it's cool to like enjoy everything, which I
Uh
was
huh.
trying to also enjoy as much as possible. But like we'd have breakfast. I'll take my camera out and be like, "So, what's up, guys? We'll just make a cute like video
Mhm.
together." And
Mhm.
then, but there's people that did not do that at all, and that's fine. There's people
Yeah.
that don't want to do that all the time, and there's people that were there that do long form content always. They have to have the production set up, and like they're not about like the quick like reels.
Mhm.
I am the quick reels person. I can make a stupid video, upload it, and I don't mind it. That's fine with me. But there's people that can't do that. They need to have everything like set up like for the video.
Yeah, and I think that's mostly, and I don't know. I feel like because you came mostly your audience from TikTok, they're used to your quick, funny, like sort of sense of humor that's just like random, like
Yeah,
this
I'll just put the
random,
phone there and start dancing to something.
yeah, a random quick nonsense, and then we move on,
Yeah.
and it's funny, and then of course you want to, how you said, enjoy like your time there, but it's still kind of like a business trip, so
Yep.
you want to take advantage of having those people there filming the content, and then like you said, at least in this case, almost kind of banking it because you don't know when you'll need that extra time, such as this situation where you're moving, and you don't know, like and I'm like, all prayers to you and everything, that everything goes as smoothly as it can,
Yeah.
but who knows if like you got to take an extra week to set this up or that, or something happens, it's
Yeah.
not, you never know,
Yeah.
but it sounds fun. Like I saw a little bit of your footage. You had that backpack,
Oh, that was cool.
just
Yeah.
like, yeah, like filming shit, and I don't know, it was just like, dang,
The
that's
the
fun, but it's also
coolest
work.
Yeah, the coolest gear I've ever used for stream. It's called Unlimited IRL, the Backpack V7. It's so cool. It was high quality. I've never had an IRL stream look so high quality. Everybody was like, man, it sounds great. It looks great. It's like fisheye. So like you see like wide angle people in the background hanging out, and me like I don't know. It's so cool. So
No, that's great. I look forward to. Well, I'm sure everyone looks forward to seeing even more content. Even
right,
even if it's not drumming, I think people like just want to see you, in
yeah,
your space. So I know with this second, like, and I appreciate that you giving me the time to have a second conversation with you, where we wanted to talk more about Sophia the person rather than SunFyre the drummer. I was just curious, and I don't know how personal you might want to get. It I can understand if you don't, but you came from Costa Rica. I know you said your father's still over there. I don't know like what age you might have come over here for what reasons, and if your mother's with you, like how did
yeah.
that come about where you came to the United States?
So I was in high school in Costa Rica, and my high school was an American high school. So they were promoting like you should go to the states and study there, and they had a counselor, like a college counselor, and it was mostly like universities in the states. So I just I kind of just grew up around American schools all my life. So wanting to experiment that was a part of my life. Like being in an art school, because I did like Parsons School of Design in New York City. That was like a really cool thing I did. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take it further, and I'm gonna actually come here, not just for a summer program in New York City, but I'm gonna apply to go to college in Boston. And I ended up, going to Boston and New York City, and then I lived in Long Island, and then, after that, I met my husband now, and I'm here in Buffalo. So I came to the States to be a student. So,
Hmm.
and I ended up just, finding like my passion here. Well, mainly my passion in art started when
Uh
I
huh.
was little. I wanted to go to art school, but my passion with the streaming started in 2017. And that was like a very random thing. One of my friends, like viewers at the time, was like, I don't need this drum set, would you like to use it for your stream? And I said yeah, and then it just escalated from there, and I'm here now streaming drumming. And but that's how it all started. Yeah, college pretty
And
much.
as far as I know you've been drumming since you were 10 years old. And then you're 31 now. When you did get you're 31, and what was it?
Can do whatever I want.
You do whatever you want. You're 31, and you said you got that from your friend, the drum set, and you started the streaming. Uh, how long did it take you before you because I'm sure at the beginning it was like just any streamer where maybe you have one viewer,
Hmm.
maybe no viewers. How long did it take you before you were like, you know what, I can make this, I can make it, like
Right.
I, because you have to be pretty dedicated at the beginning to even think you're gonna make it. You got to stay on
Right.
it. And how long did that take you before you're like, you know what, I'm gonna make it, like I'm gonna do this.
So I started streaming on Twitch 2016, just art and for fun, like playing Mario, like Super Smash and stuff like that. And then I wanted to play more games and dedicate myself to the stream. So I was a gamer before I was a drummer on Twitch. So I already had a community that would watch me. And I was playing PUBG. I was very inspired by Dr. Disrespect. Like I really wanted to play PUBG and be like those guys. And then that's in 2017. That's when my friend was like, "I have a drum set. You should use it for stream." Because around that year, I discovered like Twitch music, and I saw some drummers that are not really like streaming at the time anymore, or they were Twitch drummers that inspired me, but they're not really around anymore, which sucks because I could be like, "Yo, you inspired me, man." There's a few of them. Like Mr. Greggles
Mm,
was like 2018 that inspired me. He's like a streamer, drum streamer, and Dan Drumstone. So I was like, I want to be like them, and I would ask them for advice, like how to hook up like the sound and all of that. So I did have my community from gaming, and they were pretty confused. They're like, "So are you gonna game anymore? Like, are you just gonna do drums?" And I'm like, "I am gonna transition. I'm gonna do gaming, but I'm gonna mainly be drumming because I want to be better. I want to improve my drumming. I want to. It just mainly just I wanted to become a better drummer,
mhm,
and why not stream it while you like improve and practice and play song requests?" So I was like, I'm gonna take this more seriously. That was 2018 when I decided that I wanted to do it consistently, get a schedule, and all of that, and apply the schedule and be consistent. That's what I tell people. You have to be consistent because people are gonna
mhm.
treat you as a show. So if the show starts at 7, they'll be there waiting for you. I have a consistent schedule since then. So
hmm And you had, I know it's like you said, you have your husband. I don't know if that's the best kept secret in the world or something like that. If you want really that to get out, I know you have it in your bio. But
Yeah.
did were you already with him and married before you kind of hit it? Not hit it big, but sort of hit your stride with
Yeah, we
the
were already married.
Sunfyre personality. You were already
Yeah.
married,
Well,
so uh
the
huh.
SunFyre, like, my thing went viral in 2021, 22. We were
hmm
married by then, and it was just like escalating. Like, oh my god, we gotta do all these things. I got like an article here. People want to do podcasts. People,
hmm
sponsorships here and there. But like before that, it was we like we knew each other and we started dating, and then after that, it became like he's been so supportive since the beginning. So it's like some people are not really into that streamer life, so I'm glad that he understands that. And
hmm
sometimes we'd have conversations like, you have to put a little bit of balance between the stream and your personal life. Like, you have to hang out with people. You can't just be at home, be a hermit crab, dude. Like, I'd be like, yeah, I guess we can go and play volleyball and hang out with friends. But I'm constantly thinking of the next stream. It's like it doesn't stop. I'm always wired into my stream. Like, what am I gonna do next? What am I gonna stream next? What's the next like best video that I can make? Stuff like that. But it's good to disconnect, and people understand that you're always gonna want to up yourself.
Yeah, and that's I mean, that's good that your partner is there for you, your husband. You see he's even a part of your stream. He's like a moderator and he helps
Yeah.
you with that. Um I was about to say I don't know, man, I'm trying to word this question and I'm messing I'm losing the words for it. Were there before, you did hit your stride and you're still, blowing up just as we speak, you're still getting bigger and bigger. Did you have any other plans for what like a career might be for you? Like I know you went to art school, you're a graduate there. Did you have like other aspirations? Like what were what I would you know or to where it's successfully that's kind of hard to do. You're super dedicated. That's why you're getting it. Your brain won't shut off. But
Yeah.
how did you have other like aspirations or like a backup plan of like what you
Yeah.
wanted to do?
So like I went to school for fine arts and I wanted to be like a really successful painter, but that's really hard. Like
Yeah.
making it as a painter. Then I'm like, okay, graphic design is the most like successful one out of all of these because they pay you well and people like graphics are needed in this world, and they're gonna be a necessity for companies, so companies are gonna like hire a graphic designer more over a fine artist, and the fine artist has to work their ass off, and I don't want to do that. So I guess that was the thing. I was like, I would picture myself working for like Google or Facebook in an
hmm
office as a graphic designer and getting paid really well, but like that was just the thing like that I wanted before streaming became serious. I'm like, I prefer being my own boss. And I don't want to like clock into anybody and be in an office and have lunch whenever they tell me I can. So this becomes my own business and it's way better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems like you own everything, and
Yeah.
and again that curse of your mind never shutting off, but that's good. I feel like that's a good thing. There, you're constantly thinking of new ways to develop your character or just fun skits for your
Yeah.
audience. And then I know you were saying your father is still in Costa Rica. You help him. Is your mother here in the States? Like, do you is there like a reason why he's still over there? Does he want to come like be with you or
Yeah.
uh? Because I imagine it sounds like you're very close to your parents. Like
Yeah.
uh, do they have any plans to like I don't know come be with you or
Yeah.
anything
So
like that?
my mom is married. She's in South Carolina, and my dad is in Costa Rica, and he just hasn't come here because there hasn't been really like a reason. Well, he could come up here if he could. He would have to like get a job and a sponsor that would sponsor him to come to Costa Rica. I mean, to the states from Costa Rica.
Hmm,
But I eventually will sponsor him once I get my citizenship. So that's the plan.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, that's because I'm yeah, you have to go through the green card process and all that, and it's it's a long process. So that would be the thing, like to bring him up here eventually. So yeah, that's we're close, but he's just we keep in touch. Actually, he's gonna be visiting me in August, so he's gonna like see the whole like house setup, me putting like things away and like setting up the house and maybe painting. Maybe he'll help us paint because we need to paint some rooms. And he's like, I'll help you paint. And yeah, so I also have a show on the 20th of August here in Buffalo, so he's gonna be there in person to see that, which is really cool. I don't think he's seen me play live since 2011 when I was like after I graduated. We did this talent show. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's been a while.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And, and yeah, I know you speak of, and I know I don't know how hard it is for you to talk about it. You have siblings, I know, or you have had a sister
Hmm.
that you lost. How did she unfortunately pass away?
Well, she committed suicide. She had bipolar disorder type 2 and borderline personality disorder.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was a lot of mental, you know, illnesses. And she always wanted me to succeed, and I think that she's gonna be really happy to know, or she already is happy to know everything that I've achieved. So, yeah, I'm just continuing in her name, So like, remember her every time I do something like successful. I like she's helping me. When we got the house, I was like, you did this, you helped me, you helped us. Like it was so crazy. I got this tattoo with her name in May,
Uh-huh.
and that same weekend that I got this tattoo with her name, I found the listing of the house that we got. How crazy. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just see it as signs, like, but I don't know. It's really hard for me to believe things, but sometimes I'm just like, there's just got to be signs, like she's always going to be with me and she's helping, like, me. I don't know,
Yeah,
It's,
no,
it's weird
that
to say
it
that.
it's that like energy, that positive sort of energy that I guess you could call it the soul, and it becomes energy, and it's around you. Why wouldn't it be? It never dies. It just
Yeah.
keeps moving.
Yeah.
So no, I'd say yeah, you're blessed, and I'm not that no one should ever have to like lose a sibling in that manner, but to know that she's still like with you in a certain way is
Yeah.
powerful. And no, I understand. As far as like, do you ever have plans to? Because I don't know how high of a degree you have in your art. Do you ever plan to like go back and do sort of like a master's program or
Yeah, I
a
could
doctorate?
eventually. Yeah. I mean, right now I'm like in this trajectory of music that is not like a possibility at the moment, time wise.
Hmm.
But I'm always like, because I make my own graphics, but I have a friend of mine, which is one of my mods. She helps me with graphics and merch and stuff. And I get inspired by her as well. But when I can, I do my own graphics. So I'm kind of just being like my side designer of my own thing. Um, yeah, so eventually maybe, but I don't know. It just depends on how busy I am with music because I want to take this streaming. The next phase would be to be playing for bands on stage. Like I want to be a session drummer where bands are like, okay, SunFyre, can you cover for our drummer? And I would play on stage with bands. And eventually, if a band wants to pick me up, then that's cool. But for now, the streaming is my thing. Is like my brand.
Hmm.
So I don't know if I would have time for graphic design like masterclass. Who knows?
Yeah,
It just
well,
depends.
yeah. You could do that. I've seen where people like make a master class for anything, whether it be yeah, you're drumming,
Yeah.
giving people tips. I'm sure you already give tips out in your sessions on Twitch, or tell people what I know you have a listing of all your equipment, so people know, hey, this is how my setup is, this is how I would do it, da 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 da. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're not like afraid of helping other people
Yeah.
reach that same.
Totally.
Yeah.
People
No.
ask me, do you teach? Do you do lessons? I could if I just organize myself better. I could set 1 hour a week to teach. I don't know, like if people, I had that in my Patreon where I would teach, for like 30 minutes, like
Mhm.
$30, 30 minutes, and then it was like I just didn't want to do it that much because I was so busy on other things and focused on other things. So, but I love to teach in a way like my what I know. So it'd be cool to like eventually do like a clinic, like SunFyre clinic, teaching you how to do cool fills that SunFyre likes to apply over songs that don't need fills. like like Red Hot Chili Peppers, me going like and, like on Californication. I don't know. It's just something I do for fun,
Uh-huh.
just to like piss people off. SunFyre, you're overplaying, and I'm like, yeah, that's because it's funny.
Well, it's you by yourself. That's the
Yeah,
fun of it. Like you can
yeah,
do whatever you want. You're 31,
yeah,
right? Uh, do
yeah.
you ever plan to venture? I don't know. I wouldn't say out because you found like a niche with the. You start out with video games. You do some art, mostly drums. Do you ever like? I don't know. Go to anything else like cooking streams. I don't know if
Yes.
you've done that. Have you done that before?
Yeah, so I used to like do a lot of variety, and I don't do that anymore as much. But I used to do like, okay, this week I'm gonna do a cooking stream. I'm gonna make like a cheesecake, and we had a stream like that. And I had my phone rig stream where it's just like really crappy, but I mean I still would set up like my Elgato cameras and have it with the laptop. I think I just hated doing cooking streams because this apartment is a weird layout where there's no place for me to put the laptop, so I have to put it in the other room with all the cables coming over, and then you have to
Hmm.
like jump over the cable because there's the cable and the camera. So I didn't like the setup. But maybe moving into this house is gonna help me like be more comfortable with the cooking streams. But yeah, that used to be a thing. And then art streams. I did a Bob Ross stream once with like the wig, and I was doing like art. I was just like, let's paint little trees, little happy accidents. So art and cooking, ukulele, like just sitting there and playing guitar. Man, I said I was gonna do a guitar stream and I haven't. I should have. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last stream. It's gonna be 8 hours in the studio. Last stream here, so I have to vary
Jeez.
that. It can't be 8 hours of drumming. I'm gonna have to stop and set up my. Maybe I'll do like guitar, because I like to vary a little bit. I can't just straight up do 8 hours of drumming. So we'll hang out for a while and say goodbye to the studio. It's gonna be a farewell stream. So
Definitely. And I don't know how personal this might get, but as far as you with your husband, you've been with him for years, right? Do you plan on like having
family,
children? Is that
yeah,
yeah? Do you want a family? I know you're already busy enough as it is.
yeah,
I don't know how there's a culture thing I know with like me being Mexican, like of course we want like lots and lots of kids, but
yeah,
I don't know if have that in mind, even though you have all these other things going on in your
yeah.
life right now. I don't
Definitely
know.
not right now.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like maybe later, but I mean, I have like 10 years technically. Not even. I have less than 10 years to like have the best possible outcome for a baby. But I
Hmm.
don't know. I really I would have to see in 5 years where how do we feel. So we have to. I mean, I know my mom wants a freaking grandkid, and I'm
Of
like, I know.
course.
Give me a second, dude. I am so busy. Like I know. So
Yeah, and I get it because you're at that prime. I don't know where you can have children. It's different now, with
yeah,
science and all that. And of course, your parents or at least your mother's gonna push it. But
yeah,
yeah, I could see that kind of not slowing you down because I'm sure you'd still be drumming and that baby would be like no
yeah,
hitting all those kick notes.
yeah,
But it could definitely you're the one doing most of that work with
yeah.
with the pregnancy. But
I don't want to go through that, but I'll see how I feel in five years.
no, that's a good
36 is
time.
good. We'll
Yeah,
see.
and you
We'll
do
see.
have fur babies, so I think that's
Sammy, yeah, we're getting another one next year because I want her to have like a like a sibling to play with. Because I feel like when you have one dog, I feel like they're lacking a playmate.
Yeah, they need some more kind of like stimulation of
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
hanging around with that.
Yeah.
Do you ever I don't know. I was thinking like I was wondering what you have other hobbies that like we don't really see, I know you have of course everything you like, your music, your cooking, playing video games. Are there TV shows you enjoy? Are there books you enjoy to
Netflix.
read?
Just Netflix. I just like to sit on the couch to be like, okay, I need to decompress. Let's see what Netflix has, and I'm like, new season of Narcos, yeah, or whatever. I like crime. I like It's just I don't know. I everything. I watch stupid shit like Love Is Blind, like dumb stuff, like people like just meeting and not knowing each other, and then marrying. Right? I'm like, hi, that you have to be crazy to marry someone without knowing, like without meeting them at first. But it's all about meeting the person and getting to know their personality. Looks don't matter. So I watch those shows, and it's funny. There's a lot of drama. So anything with like drama and like I don't know. I just watch stupid stuff on Netflix, and then just documentaries about aliens and things like just, cold case files or whatever it's called, like crime stuff so that's, I don't know if that's a hobby. That's just me being lazy. Just watching things.
Well, it's like the
Yeah.
stuff that no one really, I'll say, knows, like podcasts. You listen to the true crime or
Oh yeah, I would go
you know.
running around my neighborhood, and I would put like, I think it's called Lights Out on Spotify, and he talks about a lot of stories, that 1 hour long stories about serial killers, and I'm just running to this and listening about the serial killer that would lure people into his home and kill them, and I'm like, this is getting me to run faster just in case. Yeah. So
And I know you were you do you post a lot of fitness videos too. Would you ever do that? Or have you done that before where,
yeah.
hey, let's all follow along with my
Uh huh. Oh
my like
yeah. I
what
used
is
to
it
do
like?
those, like
Yeah,
exercise, like
like a fitness stream,
fitness
like a
streams. Yeah,
Richard Simmons type shit where, hey
yeah.
everyone, up and down, left
We
and
did
right.
that with metal. It was called Metal Zumba. So I was just playing like Gojira, like Slipknot, I don't know, whatever heavy stuff, and I'm just like, okay, everybody, circles, or like let's just arms up and then legs, and then we would do that to metal. So that was called Metal Zumba and metal exercising. So that was fun. I haven't done that in a while. I definitely have to bring that back. So see, like I have other things other than drumming, but I just don't do them often. They're just like rarities.
Well, and that's mostly because your fans love your drumming. I mean,
Yes.
it's so impressive for you to do it. And I mean, I could drum maybe like, what is it, a 4/4 beat or an 8, whatever. I'm not very good at being a musician, but you're there being active with your community, doing impressions, singing along, like you're doing it all, and it's like, dang, you're doing it like it's nothing, but you're freaking working out every muscle in your body. Jesus Christ, you know.
My Fitbit says I burn 400 calories on on drum streams, especially because I get up and I like, go, everybody get the fuck up. We're going to dance. So I drum and I dance and I jump and stuff. And I'm going to have a lot more space to jump and dance and not be banging around with the wall because there's only this much space between me and the drums and the wall.
Uh-huh.
So I can only move laterally. I can't move back a lot. So it's always like back and forth, weirdo jumping.
And I know we're already getting to the end of the year. You're moving. That'll take a little bit. Are there any like events you can say you got planned for like next year or the end of the year?
Yeah.
Uh,
So right now, the 20th of August is Porch Fest in Buffalo, New York, and it's going to be in the North Tonawanda neighborhood, where people in their homes they turn their porch into a stage. So there's bands performing. People walk in the sidewalk and drive by. They look, oh, cool. It's going to be like 3 hour long thing on the 20th of August. Starts at 12 and it ends at 6 p.m. So 12 to 6. And then after that, TwitchCon is we'll be performing in Vegas. So I don't have my date for or the time and date for my actual TwitchCon performance. It's probably going to be either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. But I know that Saturday night, outside of the TwitchCon venue, it's going to be a performance with Megan Linius. And that's I don't have the location yet, but that's gonna be Vegas performance so far. And then there's December, which is gonna be I think the 10th of December. I'll be like last year. I don't know if you saw anything about that. Last year we did this Twitch Miss thing where a lot of different like Twitch streamers, music streamers got together in Hollywood to play, and it was like for Christmas.
Hmm.
So people were wearing like Christmas attire and stuff. So I played with Megan Lanius again. So Megan has been super cool, and I've been really happy to be her drummer. So I'm excited for that. So far 3 gigs lined up this year, and then next year nothing so far, but I'll keep you guys posted. So
Oh, I'm sure things will, you know,
yeah, I just hope
get
to get on stage
fall.
more often. That's my thing.
Yeah, fall into your lap. And I know, I'm sure you're planning on doing more original music and all that as well.
I want to definitely do that. Yeah, for sure. I just have to put that in my schedule as well. Like, okay, today I gotta sit down for an hour and make a tune with my gear. Like, I would like to like. Oh, there's gonna be a piano in the new house because they're gonna leave it there, but
Oh.
it's not electric. It's just gonna be like in the living room, and I'm gonna sit there and practice piano and stuff. So I
Mhm.
have a little like I have this guy. So you plug it into the computer and then you use Ableton.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be making. That's kind of how I made my original songs that I already have on YouTube. They're called like Lo-Fi SunFyre remix of Zelda Lost Woods, and then I have another two. Like I have one and two. I think it's three. Yeah, I have like 3 songs I made, and I actually like I used DistroKid to like distribute them to like Spotify and iTunes. And this was the first time I did that, and I'm like, wow, this is cool. I want to make more. But yeah, it kind of just fell off. I gotta get back. So
I'm like, geez, you've got so many ideas that you're like running ahead of them. It's amazing. Like if only there were 2 or 3 of you. I feel like
to
you
take
could
part
take
of my
care.
other tasks.
Yeah.
I could just be like,
Um.
Sunfire number 2, please do a exercise stream while I do my own music. I need to entertain people, but I cannot. I don't know.
And oh man, what was the last thing I was gonna ask you? It was something about oh, you're modeling. So we're still going with that. How's that going?
Going
I
well, yeah.
Yeah, I see your I think you posted like your supporters, the amount of just the pay because you have it a separate tier, the Patreon modeling, and it
Yeah.
seems like you have a lot of supporters going on there. That's something you're going to continue to do, modeling and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really something that makes me feel. It improves my self esteem in a way to see myself like what's it called? I do exercise. I walk. And I'm like I want to be to. I want to get to a point where I'm happy with how I look. There's times during the photo shoot that I'm like, fuck this. This looks terrible. And I'm like, I just got to keep working out or whatever. But then when I'm like, oh, this looks good. This is great. I'm like, okay, I feel good. Okay, keep working out. Keep stop eating so much ice cream. But actually later, I'm going to have ice cream later. Cuz uh because it's my mother-in-law, she's here, so I'm like, how about we go get ice cream, because this is an excuse to go get ice cream. But anyway, no, you just have to keep yourself accountable. Like I like seeing the improvement physically of where I want to be, like because it reminds me my sister reminds me of her, because she used to be like quite unhappy with her body, and I kind of just want to turn that around, and she would be like really happy to see me, taking care of myself like that physically. And I don't know. Yeah, so the modeling does do that. Like it helps me feel better. I'm like, well, I look great. Like why people that model, they're like, I look great no matter what. Okay, but we're our worst critics too. We're criticizing how we look sometimes, but then I don't know. It's cool to see that. Like if eventually, like I don't know, a modeling agency hires me, I'm so down. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that'd
No,
be
you
cool.
and you're definitely gorgeous. Like you as far as that where is it? You're Puerto Rican, right?
Costa Rican.
Costa Rica, Jesus Christ. I'm an asshole for
This is gonna be funny because everybody just confuses Costa Rica and Puerto Rico.
the well they're both just as good, but no, you're Costa Rican, you got that Latin sort of body to you. And yeah, no, I've seen you do your dance streams, or at least dance in the middle of drumming,
Yeah, yeah.
and a little bit of the model shoots that you do put out. And no, you're gorgeous. Like it's good that
Thanks.
it's it's just for you. Like, it's not
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It's for me. Like, who cares
it,
if what people think? It's just something I like to keep accountability on.
yeah, and it's not even that. It's not like you're, oh, hey simps, check out my body and buy me shit. It's
No, yeah.
that's for you to just keep yourself like motivated, like you said,
Yes. Yeah.
like, hey, I'm proud. You're proud of your body,
Yeah.
and you don't need anyone's you know,
Approval or
approval and all
yeah.
that. Yeah, no, that's
Yep.
great, and it's, I mean, it's amazing, that you have so many avenues of potential. It's just the time. There's not
Mm,
enough time, I guess, in the
not
day.
enough time. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I hope I appreciate the time you did give me today.
Yeah.
I
Thank you for having
when you
me.
no, thank you. When you hit me up, I was like, that's great. I love talking to you. You're super great.
Yeah,
And
I had somebody else that wanted to do a podcast, and I'm like, let's just get them all done. Let's just do it. Because, like, this helps me kind of have a way to show people what's behind the drum and, like, behind the Toad drummer. They're always asking for Toad. So I'm like, I'm more than just Toad drumming. So this is, it's funny to say this because I'm actually using your podcast to talk about me because I don't have a podcast. But like
yeah,
I could make videos and be like, hey guys, listen up. There's more behind Toad Drummer than just Toad. There's me. I'm a person, and I could talk about it and make videos about it, but I don't. So this is a great way to tell my story.
no, and your story is like so interesting. It's funny. I imagine they just come up to you like in Shrek, and they're like, "Do the toad, do the toad,
Do the thing, do the thing, do the thing.
do the
Yeah,
toad, do the toad," and
yeah. But I,
you
I
just
mean,
have.
I embrace it. It's funny.
Yeah, yeah, it is hilarious. It's nothing too demeaning where it's like you freaking, I don't know, popping on a handstand or whatever other
Yeah,
kids do, or whatever.
yeah.
But no, I hope to have another conversation with you again, and where you just keep flourishing, where everything gets better and better for you. I hope you get that modeling. I see you on the cover of Vogue or whatever
That'd be
those
cool.
magazines are. Yeah. Oh no, you'd look great. You'd look freaking great. And
Yes.
yeah, no, thank you so much for your time. I hope your move goes as smoothly as it can,
Thank you.
and I wish you nothing but the best. I know I've got all your links here at the bottom, the link tree, the Twitter, the Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, Twitch, and Kick. If everyone wants to go there to support you, follow you, because no, you're amazingly talented, and I don't know, you've barely. I feel like you've barely started. You know what I mean? Like
It's true.
there's so much more room for growth that
Yeah.
yeah, it'll just keep better. And even if like I mean, I don't say the Toad thing gets old or something. You have art, you have
Yeah.
cooking, you have everything else. You're not just one lane, you're
Yeah.
multiple, and that's amazing. No, it's
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah. But I hope you nothing but the best, and yeah, we'll definitely talk soon again.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, and everyone, thank y'all for listening. Check out SunFyre at all the links there, and take care. Bye.